some more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the DA. David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact as he builds out the rest of his game.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. As the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports. Chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
To the inside, here's Embiid. Now the feed to Harris. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, that's an outstanding job by Tobias Harris there, keeping his composure and concentration, then converting while under pressure. Well done.
Al Horford's checked in for the 76ers. And then for Charlotte, Zeller, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Williams comes in for Bridges, and Bacon subbed in for Monk. Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open, and if he continues to improve, he'll be more valuable as a teammate.
To the paint, here's Embiid, and it's in there. And the 76ers lead by 5.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Graham, the pass to Bacon. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Pass to Horford. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. From deep three-point range, Zeller grabs the board. Hornets trail by 5. Nobody near. Kidd-Gilchrist buries the long-range jumper.
Encouraging to see for sure, guys. I mean, Kidd-Gilchrist is very aware he's got to improve his three-point shot.
Pass to Horford. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Hornets have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Cody Zeller, his level of activity is really contagious. I mean, that's what I love about his game. Excellent hustler on both ends of the floor. And he does a lot of good work just by staying active.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Murray comes in for Tobias Harris. And Trey Burke subbed in for Simmons.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Scott. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Williams. And with Zeller and his activity, you see it on the glass as well.
Yeah, you look at Zeller, and he's a guy who really doesn't do anything great, guys, but he does everything really well. And to have a big guy like that is really valuable.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. 14 feet away. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
All right, right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
From deep. They get the rebound. Scott, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. No block shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Graham kicks to Williams. Passes it to Graham. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
The pass to Bacon. Sinks that one from the post. Bacon's got 6.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. They get it back. Tries again. Down low. Doesn't go that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Scott against Zeller. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
To the middle. Horford in the post. Graham defending. Horford gets the bucket. Horford's got his second basket.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Graham, the pass to Bacon. And he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him. And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 1. This is their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so we'll see how they handle things tonight.
We come back right after this. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to...
What put me over the edge to make this switch is...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jump.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Kyle Quinn out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Burke. Then there's Murray. And the 76ers making a change here. Bolden's checked in. Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
Bridges, he's checked in for Zeller. For the three, bangs home the trifecta. He's got 7.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
That's tipped. And the foul on Dwayne Bacon. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Murray. From deep three-point range, that's Biyombo with the rebound.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And here is Monk. 8 points for him. Charlotte no good that time either. Dishes it to O'Quinn. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. For Charlotte, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all want. David, thank you. Monk, the pass to Bridges. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Bridges has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Love the unselfishness of Monk there. I mean, love seeing him find the open man.
Pass to Bolden. Lays it up off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And the 76ers with some changes. Harris comes in for Richardson. And it's Ben Simmons in for Trey Burke.
Tobias Harris.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Bacon. He's got 8. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. The 76ers leading by 4. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And Phil. From deep. No good that time. And the Hornets now going the other way.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Scott. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. Then it'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Horford no luck. Charlotte in the lead. And stolen by Horford. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way.
You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Graham kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Bacon. He's got 12.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
It's hauled in by Richardson. The 76ers trail. Pass to Simmons. Philadelphia needs to get a shot on it. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Trey Burks checked in for Philadelphia. The three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Graham. Burke covering. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Zeller. Good season for him last year. Averaged 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And the shot goes down. And it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Kid Gilchrist dishes to Zeller. Just 4 to shoot. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Back to Burke. Kicks to Scott. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's the pass to Burke. Pass to O'Quinn. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Stay with us, folks. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Is checked in for the Hornets. Washington comes in for Kid Gilchrist. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. They've got Bismack Biyombo. Bridges out there with Washington. And there's Monk, and it's Graham in at the 1. Bridges misses. The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Simmons. Harris outside. Outside, Simmons. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The shot by Monk is no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Passes to Embiid. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Embiid's got 5 points in the quarter.
Embiid, the big fella, on the catch and shoot. Nice.
Clark, you look at Ben Simmons. Is he the best Australian-born player ever?
Well, you got to remember now, Kevin, and you would know this from your research, Kyrie Irving was actually born in Australia, lived there for a couple of years, and still has dual citizenship. So I'll leave that one to the fans to debate. Irving or Simmons as the best from Australia.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Can they get it? No good off the back of the rim.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Bacon, guarded by Simmons. And there's the pass to Monk. He dishes it to Bridges. And it's sent back by Horford. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Bolden. And Trey Burke subbed in for Ben Simmons. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Williams comes in for Dwayne Bacon. Philadelphia with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him to the inside. A nice shot by Embiid. Embiid's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia.
Tell you what, the offensive game of Embiid, ridiculous. He can score in so many ways.
And the Hornets call time here.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. Bridges passes to Monk. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
The energy that Monk brings, I love it. I mean, when he's out on the floor, he's giving you everything he has.
And Philadelphia making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years, Clark, of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steal us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
Pass to Monk. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. to the paint and stolen by Zeller. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And it's good for 2. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
Outside, Scott. Horford in the post. Fires the 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Graham, the pass to Williams. Second chance shot, and Zeller with the layup. Zeller's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hornets. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Marvin Williams.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Graham, the pass to Zeller. The dish to Monk. There's the 3. Goes back up. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Williams.
I tell you what, the energy Williams showed there paid off on the offensive glass.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 15.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Simmons. Floats one. Graham with the bucket. Graham's got 13.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Pass to Simmons. 1:53 left in the third. Here's Horford, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Well, one more, and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Well, Greg, this is the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, former number 2 overall pick back in 2005. So the 76ers win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, and Clark Keller, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
Great win, fellas. Great win. Good game. Good game. Hey, let me get that shoe. Let me get that shoe for my kid. Come on, man. Let me get a picture. Hey. Hey, yeah. Over here. Over here.
Hey, Jay, I got a media request for your radio.
Okay.
Just go over here.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah, he's here.
Okay. Jay, welcome to the show. You're on with Hank and the Hornet. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So you're pretty new to this, Jay. I'm just wondering, how do you see yourself fitting in with the team going forward? What's your role then?
My role is just to do what I have to do to get us some wins. You know, we have some great fans here, and I really just want to make them proud.
So what's been the most surprising thing about being an NBA player?
Just how much I was able to learn from my teammates. You know, all these guys are great at what they do, and to be in this environment is pretty amazing. So I'm trying to soak up everything like a sponge.
Good stuff, Che. Well, I tell you what, we'll let you get back to the locker room, but thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem, bro.
Keep it real, broski.
Big game tonight, Che. Grabbing the first double-double of your career. How does it feel?
It's cool. I mean, I'm more focused on winning the game, but yeah, it feels good to put up some numbers.
Is this a new normal for you?
The new normal? I don't know. Could be, but I don't want to put pressure on myself like that. If it happens, it happens. If not, it's all good. I'm still going to approach the game the same way. So it's no big deal to me.
Thanks, Che. That's it from me.
Anyone else?
No, good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.